In a few moments we'll be speaking to the Deputy Chair of the Equalities and Human Rights Commission, Baroness Prosser. But first, we're joined from Glasgow by Kay Hampton, who stepped down as Chair of the Commission for Racial Equality before taking up a role as Commissioner with this particular organisation. But you resigned from that in April, is that right? And it's now really some months later that you're, making your allegations against Mr. Phillips.
Yes, I didn't want to go public. We tried very hard to solve this problem internally, but I feel that remaining silent any longer would be collusion, really, and turning a blind eye to what is really a serious problem.
Well, you say specifically breakdown of trust and confidence in the chair and by commissioners, and poor leadership driven by self-interest. That's tough stuff.
That is tough stuff, but it's the reality, and you've got to face it. I mean, this is not about the man. He's very talented and skilled, but certainly not for equalities and human rights. He had a long time to test out the field, and people say it's teething problems. I disagree with that totally. I think any efficient chair would have been able to pull together a very talented team to deliver what was required on the ground. And some of us are a bit frustrated.
Well, very specifically, when it comes to the National Audit Office, which has refused to sign off on the accounts, you say that the reappointment of staff had already been given very generous redundancy payments, and who were then paid further monies on top of that, was somewhere near his fingertips.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this problem is not something that just emerged in the last 6 months. And this didn't occur because of, the merger per se. This was trouble waiting to happen. I actually discovered this while I was chair at the CRE, raised it, but nobody wanted to hear. And so it rears its head 18 months later, and I'm not surprised.
The difficulty for anyone looking in is that you've got half the commissioners have resigned saying he's absolutely appalling, and you've got half the commissioners, of whom Baroness Prosser, to whom we're just about to speak, is another, who says a most excellent leader, quote.
Well, I mean, I find that quite shocking. I think you can do one of two things. You can either be brave enough to do the job that you are appointed to do, and that is to be a custodian of public interest. Or you can be led by blind loyalty for a person. Now, Trevor and I are great friends, or we're great friends. He's a great guy, very sociable. But this is not about the person. This is about the future of equalities and human rights. And we need to be able to separate the two issues. We are playing into the hands of those who are critics of human rights in this country anyway. And if we carry on in this way, it's not going to do well for the future.
Very briefly, half the commissioners have gone, 2 more are thinking of going, or say they probably will go, or they're only waiting to tell him. Where does this end?
Well, where does it end? I wish he would listen to the arguments put on the table. This is not about him as a person or his skills. This is not personal. This is about the future. He clearly hasn't got the required skills to do this particular job and needs to accept that with dignity and resign. Otherwise, it's going to damage the cause.
Kay Hampton, thank you very much indeed.